Hey besties and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about my predictions for K-pop this upcoming year. Please remember that I don't wish for some of these things to happen, it's just what I possibly think could happen. Now, let's get started with the video. Loona will rebrand themselves. This year has been crazy for Loona, especially with Chu being unfairly kicked out and all the members besides Vivi and Hyunjin wanting to leave. On top of all that, BBC has the nerve to give them a comeback for Damage Control, which is actually insane to me, but hopefully Loona can leave that terrible company and still be able to make great music together. TXT will go back to their magical concept. I don't know if it'll be exactly like how their previous concept was because it seems like they changed their theme a lot, but I definitely think they're going back to their lore and gonna return with a magical or fantasy-like concept, especially with their recent concept trailer having a Peter Pan-like theme. There will be another Mnet show. Let's be honest, Mnet still hasn't learned their lesson, and even though the Pronouns series is over, I think they'll try to make another survival show similar like Girls Planet 999 or maybe even something like 16. Now do I think it'll be rigged? I mean, like I said, it's Mnet, so most likely Red Velvet will have a Velvet comeback. After standing Red Velvet since 2018, I've noticed that they seem to have a pattern of a couple of red concepts then Velvet, and since Queendom, they've been doing red concepts, so I think this upcoming year, they'll be doing a Velvet concept. I don't know what the exact concept will be, but maybe something with a creepy yet mature vibe. Hyuna will have a big comeback, after having a comeback this year that kinda flopped in the breakup news between her and Dawn. I think she'll probably be focusing more on music, and since she also left P Nation, I think she'll release more music, but maybe in the spring. This may just be me getting my hopes up, but I'm convinced the music will be pretty different from what she's been releasing. NewJeans will have a comeback that's well received but underwhelming. Now what I mean is that it'll be slavely successful, of course, but I'm 100% sure that people are going to compare their first comeback to their debut since it was extremely successful. More NCT members will have solos. I don't necessarily mean those SM station solos, but like an actual solo debut, and I think it's going to start off with the more popular NCT 127 members. Mark, 10, and taehyung already had solos, but I think members like Haechan or taehyung will have one. Maybe that's just me being delusional, but I can see it happening. Aespa will have only one album next year. I hate to say it, but with the way SM promoted them this year and apparently they had another comeback that was pushed back, I think that comeback will be for next year in the summer. It might be longer than the Savage album, and I could even see them releasing a single as well, but I think they'll only release one album. Another Twice member will have a solo. I think JYP wanted to test the waters and see how the public would react to Twice having solos, and since NewJeans was really successful, I think that more members like Mnet or Jiho will have one next. More second-gen groups will have reunions or comebacks. There's been a lot of older groups that had comebacks this year like Kara, Girls' Generation, T-Era, and more. I think that groups such as 4Mnet or maybe Girls' Day might either have a reunion or a small comeback. The Y2K aesthetic will trend more, since Aespa has been doing this cyber-like concept, and NewJeans' debut was practically an entire early 2000s aesthetic with many Y2K styles coming back into the industry. I strongly believe that it's gonna stay into next year. I think stuff like dirty highlights, upbeat R&B, use of Y2K aesthetics and fuzzy hats are gonna be pretty big in K-pop. EXO will have a full comeback. This is also more of a hope than a prediction, but I think it's very possible for EXO to have a comeback, with most if not all of the members. I think Bacon is the only member that's still in the military, and I know Kai and Sehun still have to go, but I think they can have a full comeback before they both leave. A big K-pop couple will be announced. Not trying to be like Dispatch or anything, but since a K-pop couple is revealed practically every year, I don't doubt it'll happen again this year, but it will actually be true this time. I have no idea who it could be, but maybe an older idol that's in the third gen. I do think that this might get a lot of attention from the public though. Blackpink will have another hiatus. I don't think it'll be as long as their previous one was, but I could see the hiatus lasting a little less than a year. I do think that they'll release a mini album with only one comeback if they don't have a hiatus. Jimin will have his solo debut. Since BTS won't be having any full group comebacks for a while and the members themselves said they'll be focusing on individual activities, I definitely think Jimin could have his solo this upcoming year. I could be reaching, but considering he recently dyed his hair, I think his solo could come out in the first half of the year. All I know is that it better devour. Momoland will disband. Oh, I hate to say this, but it's becoming more realistic as time goes by, I fear. Think about it, none of their recent comebacks have really made any noise. Their company sucks at promoting them or giving them new songs, let alone albums, and they've had some lineup changes. I really hope they can have their Brave Girls moment, rise from the ashes and becoming successful and popular again, but if things keep going the way they've been going, I think the members will leave the company and end up disbanding. Kepler will be in their flop era. Honestly, with the way their previous comeback, We Fresh, was received by the public, I feel like their next couple releases might end up the same. It's weird because their first two comebacks were pretty successful, but I think their company doesn't know what to do with them musically wise. There will be a big update on Sujin. First off, no, I don't think she's gonna come back into the idol industry, especially with the amount of hate she got. I do think there will be an update from Sujin herself. Whether it's just to let people know how she's doing or something else, I think it'll pop out of nowhere or maybe give some sort of closure to the situation. And that's the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you'd want, and have a good day. Bye besties.